Yo, what's up guys? CCYFX here, and today we're going to do a video on how I did the TIE Fighter effect in this video I posted on the channel. So here's the video, I'll play it, and as you can see, the TIE Fighter comes down, shoots, and blows up here. This needs work for sure. This was my first test with this. The TIE Fighter, this is sort of the older TIE Fighter look. And the new movie has a different kind of look. It's got like a darker gray here and the white on the sides. So I took all that into consideration, and I retextured the model for the new movie. And today I'm going to show how to do this in After Effects. So let's jump in right now. Okay. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make a new comp with your footage. So right here you can see I got some footage just of my actor running here, and you can see it's the same footage here. So what we want to do first is we want to be able to track the camera. So we want to be able to place the TIE Fighter in this scene, but we need the camera movement to make it line up with the video, because the camera moves. Now you wouldn't have to do this if it was on a tripod, but this was handheld. Now the technique I'm going to show you how to use to track your footage has to have somewhat stable footage. So this footage was shot on an iPhone 6s. It was shot in 4K. I downscaled it to 1080p to get more detail in the video. So you can see there's a little bit of movement. It's not too bad. So the first thing we want to do is go to Animation. Select this first. Go to Animation, Track Camera. So what this is doing is it's scanning the video and finding points that stay with the video the whole time the camera moves. So the trees, the ground, the fence, the soccer net, all that is being tracked right now. So that will allow us to know how the camera moves. It will make a digital 3D camera in After Effects. And this shouldn't take too long. It depends on how long your footage is and everything like that. This is the easy part. The hardest part is trying to time the TIE Fighter coming in, this part here. Because you have to get it fast, but you don't want it so fast that you can't see it. They move at like 750 miles an hour, which is ridiculous how fast they move. I don't even know if this is fast enough, but this is the speed I did. So now you can see we have all these points here. And the points move with the video as it moves. It doesn't look like it's moving because it's not, my computer's not handling the footage while it moves. So what we're going to want to do is just take some of these points, probably right there. It's probably right in this area are the best points. Okay, so we got the points here, and what we do is we right click on them, and we want to do create null and camera. So this gives us a little point that moves with the footage as it moves, and what we can do is it also gives us a camera. And if I go to 3D camera, let's go to front, you can see the camera moves in After Effects like the actual camera on set moved. You can see how it moves like that. So what we'll do now is I'll just show you what it does. So if I make a text and I say CCY FX and I put it right here, and then I click toggle switches and click 3D, put it right there, it will stay with the video footage, which is pretty cool. So that's what it's doing. If I go to 3D camera, you can see that the camera is moving and it's telling the text to move with it. So now that we have it tracked, we can erase this. And we want to bring in the TIE Fighter. So to get the 3D TIE Fighter in there, what I use is I use a plugin from VideoCopilot.net called Element 3D. And this is an amazing plugin. It's just, it lets you import 3D models, lets you texture them in there, all that, right in After Effects. You don't have to go out of After Effects. You don't have to render it out of After Effects. You do it all in After Effects. You can use After Effects lights. You can use all that. So once you get Element 3D, you need to make a new solid. Call this TIE Fighter. And then we want to go to Effect, Video Copilot, Element. So once we're here, we want to click Scene Setup. And now you'll see we have like a 3D view here. So what I had to do is I got a 3D TIE Fighter off Google. And it wasn't textured. It had textures, but it wasn't textured for Element 3. They weren't very high quality textures. So it came with this model that had all the shapes and all that. And it has all the different texture parts here. So I textured it with the presets that came with Element 3D, the different materials. And I got this. So, as you can see, here's the updated one that I fixed for the new movie. And you can see it's got the gray sides, it's got the black chrome here. You can see, we'll compare it to the film. So that's the toy they sell. It looks pretty similar to that. Now here's the one I did in the video I posted on the channel. Erase this one. So here's the one I posted. Here's the one I used for the video I posted on the channel. And you can see it's more of a older style one from the original trilogy. And I just thought, I think it's time to use the newer style. It looks better. So that's how I got this. And you can see it's pretty well textured. The textures are good. The model is good. And it looks pretty nice. So I'll put the Element 3D material settings in the description. I'll also put the model. And you guys can download that. So now that we have this, what we can do is I'm going to open our environment map. In the environment map, you can use an app called Photosynth. They don't make it anymore on iOS. But you can get something similar to it. I didn't have it when I shot this footage. So what I did is I just made an environment map. And the environment map tells the model what the lighting is like. So now we have the model recognizing where the sun is and all that. So now we can click OK. And you'll see we have the TIE Fighter in here. So what we can do now is if we move through the footage, the TIE fighter will follow the camera. So we want to animate the TIE fighter coming in and shooting. So what we need to do for that, there's multiple ways of doing this, but my personal favorite way to do it is go to group 1, create group new, create, then this gives you a null. And this null let me type it in here. This null allows you to move the TIE fighter and everything like that. So if I click T, or not T, come down here, transform, and I move the X rotation. The TIE fighter's rotation will move. So if I move it like this, give it a little bit of X rotation, scale up to make it similar to the size of my actor. Because you got to remember it's like 29 feet tall, so it's pretty big. So let's say in this case I just want to leave it standing there. I can adjust the rotation, put it over here, leave it there, and then it will move with the camera. You can see it's pretty close to the lighting of the scenario. If you had an environment map, it would look a lot better. So now what we can do, I think that's about the size, because if he's 5 foot, yeah, that's about how tall it would really be. My scaling was off when I first did it, so it didn't look right. So if we want to get him running, we might want to rotate this like that. Bring the Z sort of like that. Get the X rotation in there. And try and get that out of frame. Now this is the hardest part of the whole tutorial, is trying to time the TIE fighter's movement, because it's going 700 miles an hour. We're trying to get that speed within the video, which is very difficult. So let's put a keyframe on all these. We probably don't need all of them, but we'll do it anyways. And let's say we want to bring it down. Put down a little bit more. Rotate the Y a little bit. We might want to scale it up too. Like right around here, make it bigger. And then bring it here. Bring it like that. Try and rotate a little bit. And then just keep it going. And now we have sort of a way for it to move, but we're going to want to make it faster, because that's not fast enough, for sure. You can just tell that it's not fast enough. So what we can do, let me put it looks like that speed's good at the end. Let me put a timer right there. And we'll just play it from here and see what we got. So you can see it definitely is not fast enough. So to make it faster, what we can do, bring it in closer. Try and get this timing a little better. Because it's not fast enough, for sure. It just doesn't look right. So it's like it ignites right there. And we might want to bring that back a little bit. Bring this closer. And watch it ignite a little faster. Like that. This shot isn't a very good shot because it's hard to see the TIE Fighter, the inside of it. What I could do at the beginning, bring it over like that. Rotate it on a Z. Get the Y in there. Hold on. I hate the Apple mouse. Okay. So let's put motion blur on too. Right here. And let's see what that looks like. Probably needs to go a little faster at that speed right there. You can see though that the TIE Fighter does follow the footage. It doesn't, it's not out of place. So it looks like it doesn't start to engage till right there. So we might want to bring that in a little closer. And have it engage a little faster. We just want to get the timing right. And once we get the timing right, something looks out of place now. Once we get the timing completely right, then we're good. That's sort of getting, it's getting there. I don't know if it's fast enough. We can leave the timing like that. You can adjust the timing. But right now, I'll show you how to get the lighting right and get the TIE Fighter blast in there. We can adjust the timing always later. So let's click on the solid for the TIE Fighter. And let's go to render settings. And let's go to ambient occlusion. Enable ambient occlusion. Let's go to matte shadow, make sure that's enabled. Reflections, those are enabled. Good. We can see what the fog looks like. Sometimes that helps sell it a little. Let's see here. Computers got so many things open. It's lagging. Motion blur, depth of field. We can go to environment, which usually helps, for sure. Physical environment. So we can like adjust the environment if it's not getting to where we want it. It's gonna look so bad, but we're gonna adjust this. So that's starting to look a little better if the rotation, if the environment's like that. We're getting there, that's for sure. Lighting, good. So now we've got the actual, you can see we didn't have to really do anything with the lighting because we had the environment map. But if we didn't have the environment, it would be a lot more difficult to accomplish a shot like this. So for the blast, all you have to do, make a new solid, a white solid, and turn it off. Then whenever you want it to start shooting, make a mask. Just a mask of like the first shot. Try and get the look of a shot. Come down here, click mask, mask 1, mask path. Then the next frame, bring it down. Adjust it. Make it different. Try and get it to like look different. Then go to the next frame. Try and get that to look different. Almost try and get that to get like a point, like that. Then do the next one and have this one hit the ground. Like that. So then you can see we've got masks of a dart almost shooting. So turn motion blur on that for sure. And then duplicate it 4 times. Or 3 times, so you have 4. Grab all these. Layer, pre-compose. Laser. Click on this here. Then go to the first one, mask 1. Make the feather 5. Second one, do 15. The third one, do 30. The last one, do 60. Turn the motion blur off on this layer, and then we'll do it on the main pre-comp. Now make sure with this, make a new black solid, or else this will not work. Put it underneath all of them. Now what we want to do is we want to go to mode, add. Then we want to go to effect, color correction, color balance. And then if you want it green, turn all the green channels off. Turn the motion blur on if you want it. We might not need that last one. It might be too much. The screen's not enough. Turn the motion blur on. Who is it? Okay, so now we have the dart in here. And we've got a somewhat. You can adjust these parameters if that's too aggressive for you. The oh, we forgot to do one thing. Once it hits the ground, turn it off the next frame. So just go to the layer and shut it off. Shut it off. If you have it in the middle, shut it off right before. So now we can look at it. And that's really fast. I don't know if that's what some people will want. We can see what the final product is here. It's in quarter resolution, so it'll look a lot better. I just have a screen recorder open, a bunch of things open, which is slowing the computer down. So you can see we got something here. The dart could use some work, but we've got the TIE Fighter, and that's what the main idea of this tutorial was. So if I turn the resolution up, we'll see that the TIE Fighter looks really good. You just gotta give it a second to reframe. Okay. So we can see that it looks really good. If we wanted to, we can go to Effect, Blur, Sharpen, give it a little bit of a sharpen. If it's not too sharp, or if it's too sharp and you want it a little less, we could do Blur and do a fast blur. And just try and soften it up. Whatever makes it more realistic. So now that we have that, what I always do to top off the effect, no, you don't have to do this. It's just a thing I like to do. I like to put my 2, 3, 5, 1 bars on it. The Cinescope, and I think it just helps sell the effect a little better, because that's what almost all films use. They're anamorphic. So that is how you do the TIE Fighter effect from Star Wars. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.